The camera industry is about to witness a tectonic shift that will force every professional to rethink their entire kit. For years, we have been trapped in a compromise, choosing between the blistering speed of a sports body or the high-resolution power of a studio rig. But that barrier is about to dissolve. We are pulling back the curtain on the most classified, leaked, and highly anticipated camera project currently in field testing, the Canon EOS R3 Mark II. If you are a wedding photographer, a wildlife specialist, or a hybrid creator holding off on a major gear investment, the reports surfacing from late 2025 into mid-2026 are too consistent to ignore. We are talking about internal industry whispers, sensor patent filings, and field reports from high-profile sporting events where test units have been spotted in the wild. This is an engineering overhaul designed to take on the Sony A1 II and the Nikon Z9 II in a direct, head-to-head battle for the crown of the hybrid flagship. The absolute headline, the thing that is shaking up the professional forums, is the sensor technology. We have been tracking reports of a world-first, dual native resolution stacked CMOS sensor. Imagine a sensor that is not just a static piece of silicon, but a shape-shifting powerhouse. The leaks suggest a capability to toggle between a 54-megapixel Studio Titan for those crisp, commercial-grade shots and an ultra-sensitive 24-megapixel Speed Demon for those high-action, low-light environments. This effectively gives you two cameras in one body, with the 24-megapixel mode potentially pushing burst rates toward the 90 frames per second mark. If you have ever had to switch camera bags mid-shoot because the light changed or the action got too fast, you know exactly how game-changing this dual-mode architecture is. Beyond the resolution, let's look at the light sensitivity. By employing what is being called an enhanced sensitivity Bayer array, where adjacent pixels of the same color are merged in that 24-megapixel mode. This sensor is reportedly achieving an 80% increase in sensitivity compared to the original EOS R3. When you pair this with what insiders are calling triple native ISO, you are not just getting more light, you are getting a clean, near noiseless signal in conditions that would make other flagships struggle. For the wildlife cinematographers out there, this is the low light performance you have been dreaming about. Then there is the autofocus. If you thought the original R3's eye control was impressive, wait until you hear about the 2.0 version. The latest leaks point toward a 4-pixel quad-diode autofocus system. This is a massive leap forward. Instead of just standard phase detection, this system utilizes 4 photodiodes per pixel, allowing for cross-type autofocus across all 54 megapixels. This means the camera can track subjects horizontally, vertically, and diagonally, with an accuracy that borders on the clairvoyant. Whether it is a bird in flight moving erratically against a complex forest background, or an athlete darting through a dense crowd, the predictive AI tracking linked to this quad-diode system is designed to keep your subject locked in a perfect, sharp focus box, no matter how chaotic the frame becomes. Turning to the video side of things, this is where the R3 Mark II truly enters the hybrid monster category. We are seeing credible reports of uncropped internal 9K RAW video recording at 60 frames per second. For those who need to oversample for 4K delivery, or want that massive reframing flexibility in post-production, 9K is the holy grail. But the biggest concern with that much data is heat. The leaked designs for the R3 Mark II suggest a new, robust passive thermal management system, allowing for extended recording times without that dreaded overheat warning mid-interview. They are pushing this camera as a legitimate cinema hybrid tool, giving you the codecs, the resolution, and the reliability to keep the camera rolling through a full wedding day or a long-form documentary shoot. Everything here is supported by a next-generation image processor, which is the heart of this beast. It is not just about crunching the numbers for 90 FPS bursts. It is about the latency, the buffer depth, and the AI-driven noise reduction algorithms that work in real time. The workflow improvements being talked about, such as faster file transfer speeds and deeper integration with professional studio pipelines, suggest that Canon is listening to the feedback from photojournalists who need to get images from the camera to the news desk in seconds. This is not just a camera for the enthusiast. It is a camera built for the workflow-heavy professional. It is also worth noting the physical build. Canon is reportedly utilizing a lightweight magnesium alloy chassis paired with an advanced weather sealing architecture that exceeds the standard IP ratings found on current professional bodies. We are looking at a camera that is designed to be pushed to its absolute limits in the harshest environments on Earth, from the humid jungles of the Amazon to the freezing winds of the Arctic. The ergonomics are reportedly undergoing a refined shift, with deeper grips and customizable tactile controls that ensure you can operate every setting with gloves on. This is clearly a tool built for those who cannot afford to miss a single frame, providing the tactile confidence that only a purpose-built flagship can offer. While there is no official price tag, looking at the tier this camera occupies, sitting right between the standard R series and the ultra-premium R1 flagship, we can make some calculated estimates. Given the tech being packed into this chassis, you should be preparing your budget for a high-end investment. The release timeline is the other big question. Industry analysts have been tracking a pattern of Canon aligning major flagship updates with the global sporting calendar. With the current testing cycles we are seeing, a formal development announcement is expected to ripple through the industry very soon, followed by a full rollout that puts this camera in the hands of shooters by the end of the year. Why does this matter? Because in the world of high-end photography, the tools you choose dictate the limits of your creativity. If you are currently shooting with the original R3, or even a competitor's flagship, the R3 Mark II represents a massive generational leap. It is not about having more megapixels, it is about the flexibility to go from a high-resolution studio session to a high-speed sports event without swapping gear. It is about the confidence that your autofocus will nail the shot in the dark. It is about a piece of technology that effectively removes the friction between your vision and the sensor. Before you make a multi-$1,000 decision on your next camera, take a breath. The tech landscape is shifting, and the release of this camera could trigger price drops on previous generation bodies, or force the competition to reveal their own secret cards. We are tracking every single update, every patent, and every shred of evidence regarding the R3 Mark II. We do not just report the news, we translate what it means for your workflow, your business, and your art. We have a massive amount of coverage planned as we get closer to the official announcement, including head-to-head comparisons and stress test predictions. Do you think the dual resolution sensor is the future, or is it just a marketing gimmick? Are you Team Speed or Team Resolution? Drop your take in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and I want to know how you think this changes the game for your specific line of work. Stay informed and keep creating.